among sounds in honor of the well zombie.
That's the worst moment ever.
Just can't do it. So I wanted to figure out, okay, we mentioned we're doing this costume contest. We're giving away these beautiful hardbacks that cover the first 24 issues of Walking Dead. Yep. So do you think you'll actually enter?
Yeah.
I mean, if only one person enters and you just drew a picture of a zombie on a piece of paper and had eye holes, that guy's going to win. Everyone's face.
Just steal my idea for Halloween costume.
Yeah, it's okay, so best zombie costume wins these beautiful hardbacks, two volumes, 24 issues, plus a medium-sized Michonne Walking Dead t-shirt.
From Image Expo. And one of the books is wrapped in bubble wrap, so you can play with bubble wrap.
And the deadline, we decided to go a week after Halloween, actually, so Friday, November 9th. So basically, here is to make a killer zombie Halloween costume.
Can I enter?
You can enter, I can.
And I'm going to do more with 3.
And yeah, if you do win, then I'll make sure and do kudos and give the second runner up the prize.
So people excited.
Are you really a zombie?
I
At this point, if you want to be fresh, you should probably be like a zombie clown or something. So yeah, I hope you guys did that. Send us cool pictures and we'll post them on the website and everything.
Fresh zombies.
What are you up to?
All kinds of shenanigans. See if
Anything zombie related?
Zombie related. It's been quite a week in like
Yeah, zombie news.
I do.
I just watched 5 episodes of Walking Dead in a row.
How does it feel? Delicious?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd say I got better than there is as the season went along. Sort of.
I concur.
Yeah, because I really like Chupacabra.
And I like Prince Shelby. We'll get
Yeah, we'll get into that. So this is part 2 of our season 2 rewatch. We're doing episodes 5 through 9 today. And then we have all our usual crap.
Wow.
So we'll start with the normal usual crap, which is the news. So first, Universal Halloween Studios Halloween Horror Nights. This big elaborate haunted house starts tonight. It's like a month of haunted house-ness.
I so love haunted houses. I really go down.
It's the best haunted house ever. And I got my tickets. October 27th. Yeah, me and Jenny and some friends are going. So if you get bug up your butt, then you should get to that anyway. It's yeah. So there's actually a few different haunted houses. I forget what I didn't know, but they say Walking Dead. Dead inside is your centerpiece, and it's like amazing, which most haunted houses are, I guess. Brandon Caro is consulting on it, so he gave them all the instructions on how to make zombies, just like Walking Dead zombies. He says this is not a carnival attraction. It's not a haunted house that zombies having in a high school parking lot. This is really about taking the participant and putting them inside the show.
Nice.
This is from an article on LA.com. They say visitors to Walking Dead inside one shortage of fluid spattered at them as they went down through labyrinth corridors approximately 3 months from the series for seasons. Sound, lighting, and fog and misdirection boost the scares. Nick Caro says, I guarantee that a third of the people who go through this maze will be repeat participants. Or fans are unlike any other fans, they want to experience something and they want to experience it over and over again. So it's not just cheap thrills or after, it's a chance to confront on some level most primal fears. The idea of being eaten alive, the idea of loved one not being a loved one is still the same, but intent on devouring your very essence.
And your brains. So are you gonna, does this have anything to do with being tagged?
I don't think so. I think I haven't heard anything like that. I think it's just more of a haunted house experience.
Yeah, no, actually come over and
I don't think it's about evading them so much.
So you may just take your time through it.
Yeah, good point. I'm gonna have to cardio for you.
I mean, one of the things I like about the haunted Walking Dead Escape was that there's so much detail. I wish I was in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great if you could figure out because this is gonna be more detail,
Yeah.
like Hollywood stuff.
Right. Love haunted houses.
There's some good ones around here too. Yeah, a few years ago we went to this really large warehouse. I can't remember, but you should check it out. There's some good ones around here.
All right,
this is gonna be crowded as hell. That's the only thing I'm worried about. You could pay like $60 for a regular ticket or like $100 to be able to go to the front of the line each time.
Oh, wow.
We didn't do that. We just got standard ones.
But then you go through a couple times.
Yeah, you can do, but I have a feeling it's gonna be one of those standing line for hours and everything.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna bring some comic books. Yeah, okay.
Sneak laugh.
And you know, I had this goal for like the last 3 podcasts. I can't change it.
Yeah.
I have to edit out all my broke theories.
No, it is.
No, I mean, I have allergies, and this is like, I don't know, hacking up crap.
It's not
an allergy I've had before, but it feels like cold stuff.
I've got
And you have to.
Really? Oh, man, y'all just are getting
I know.
together.
Nico brings it home from the air.
They don't have to do that.
I don't know, maybe not. I see. Okay, when we first started this podcast, and you started going into this long thing about all our personal details, I was like, I'm thinking we can care about this until we got a few and got to know us, and then maybe they'll be interested. They kind of follow JD and they always talk about themselves.
Yes.
But I don't know whether they did that first. I think over time.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you guys wish I would cut all this out, right?
We gotta keep it. It's so much trouble.
Nothing incriminating. Okay, next on our cover there'll be 4 new 5-minute Walking Dead episodes. Again directed by Brandon Caro. Hopefully with some better actors this time. No offense. It's called Cold Storage, and one of the cast members is Daniel Roebuck, who played Doc Armstrong Lost.
Nice.
Yeah, he's good.
I like him.
I hope he explodes in this one.
That would be so great. He's good.
They say Cold Storage tells the story of a young man chasing trying to reach his sister in early days of the zombie apocalypse. He finds temporary shelter in a storage facility run by former employee named DJ Roebuck. However, things are not what they appear.
I like the episodes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It seems like it'd be cool if they did them in the summer when there's nothing else,
Yeah, but
like
they're so
starting.
close to the beginning. Maybe they just do it so they keep it interesting.
That's true. Yeah, there's a lot more publicity coming out. A guy named Gino Cogniel works on Walking Dead prosthetic makeup. He won an Emmy for it.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's around this weekend, but they do some of the technical ones beforehand.
Oh, that's how you know that you went in for it. I was like, that's
Yeah, they're on next Sunday.
He recently went in for it.
Yeah, like yesterday. This is from an interview with Michael Rooker, who plays Merle at comicbook.com. They asked, initially attracted you to the role of Merle Dixon. He says, the role of Merle Dixon in me being Walking Dead is a karma job for me. A couple of decades ago, there was a chance to work with a character on it. It didn't work out. I wanted to do something with him for a while. Merle started out as one episode and just didn't have a budget for the character, and then it turned into something wonderful, a challenging role that I wanted to play. They say, after filming season 1, do you have any clue on Merle's fate? He says, honestly, no, I didn't have a clue, and I'm still trying to figure it out. They say, Merle Dixon is set star alongside Daryl in acquisitions of Walking Dead video game involved in project. He says, yes, I want to be part of it. Finally, they asked Merle, this is all you've done for it. The last part is Merle is an original character to the TV show. How do you go about making this character your own? He says, this character is my own. I mean, the source material is amazing. I was able to simply tap in my setting up, bringing the character flow from there. I'm very fortunate to work with such great material and actors and crew. I think as a result, it's some of the best work I've done in my career. And when I first saw Merle, my first response to him was pretty negative. I mean, especially because he's such a jerk. But also, I remember thinking he was a bit too much of a caricature.
Yeah.
For some reason, I come around on him. I don't know. I'm like totally looking forward to seeing season 3 and how Daryl and Tiago are going to laugh with him.
Right. I was fancy him.
Totally, yeah. And he makes Daryl a better character in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, and then the last thing is there's this featurette showing actors talking about characters in season 3. It's 4 minutes long. It's a little spoilery, so if you spoilers, this is the last news item. You should be better. I'm going to go ahead and play it. Energy of the first opening episode certainly sets the tone. We hit the ground running.
It's gonna be amazing, right? Like, I just got to keep up.
There's just this level that we're hitting that I don't think he's not done television before.
You're basically plunged into more madness, more chaos, more grief. Probably a lot more violence, but this is apocalyptic world. Especially with the right. It's like from the very first frame. There's going to be some new locations, very compelling characters, shocking deaths, and hordes of zombies.
There's no way out. It's your only chance to live a life together. So, what's lost?
And we're all exhausted. We got pushed a little bit more.
Where we left Rick and the gang at the end of season 2, they were in a desperate place.
On the other hand, they come down as a group in ways that apparently impossible to chain around.
When we open season 3, you'll see that there's no fear at all. So we're not a serious fight. Yep, okay, of course, we'll break transfer all down.
That makes me more badass. Everybody's more pissed off. Everybody can deal with the situation. So it seems to be a lot of people rather than people versus one.
Now it's a responsibility to make it
His relationship with Laurie is in a very far worse place than ever. He's become more control freak. I think he wants to keep people safe. We have to go in there. And then,
Daryl's sort of calm. Rick's number 2. Go through that. He's more team player.
this season you will get more TR.
Glenn to get on themselves to become two bones.
Glenn realizes that he can't just make decisions based on what everybody else wants. He's acting as if he's right.
Welcome to Woodbury. You gotta run the town of Woodbury. It's a very different type of location than I think you've seen before. It's an oasis in Smash, and his desire to keep it that way.
You're saying great at the end of the world. You're going to see her independence here, figuring out who she is in this world and making choices more than before. Wow, Michonne is the inspiration. She's a writer. She recreated herself in response to an She's I feel like I'm witness. The way it manifests in her is the decision to become a warrior.
Merle's a very loyal guy, and this is he has purpose. What about a big hug for your old pal, Merle?
We keep getting these scripts in and going, I can't tell this, I keep doing it.
What's about the bars? It's the blood.
It's incredible storytelling. I think I'm doing a lot of it.
Is that enough of the tantalizing morsel?
And you're getting your tantalizing morsel.
It's gonna be great. I need to under-promise and over-deliver under previous time. It's alright.
He's the one who keeps doing it.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
Steven
yeah, I said I'm getting like
He will be glued.
Yeah, he's like, there's Golden Girls. It's gonna be something like that. 1,000 times. We're really shifting gears. Daryl gets 20% more badass every season.
Is it possible? A question is about what I just saw, but possibly it's maybe spoilery for the next 3 seconds. It's about Welcome First Prisoner Woodbury.
Prison. But here it looks like they're more together. There's several issues of Prison for Woodbury in the comic. That's why Chad and I read like 20 issues for our episode.
Oh.
Because I wanted to make sure we covered some stuff until much later.
Wow, maybe a lot.
Yeah.
That's, wow, yeah,
Okay, let's move on to our rewatch. Season 2, episode 59. Which episode was your favorite?
Actually, my favorite episode, because it held my favorite moment, was Nebraska. Although Pretty Sure was great. So those two episodes, my numbers 1 and 2 favorite moments.
What was your favorite moment?
Bar scene.
Yeah.
I love bar
Me
scene.
too.
I thought it was great.
I think that might be my favorite scene in the whole series so far, maybe.
It was really, really fun watching it again. I knew it was going to happen, but I was still tense.
It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I love how it shifts, you know? And I want to believe that Tony's the main guy, right? He's the, Dave's the big,
Renee from Good.
or is that Dave?
That'd be Dave.
Yeah, let's say Dave. I don't remember, but I wanted to believe that Dave was sincere when he said he felt bad when he heard that hurt lots of people. You know,
Right.
that he's not just an evil guy. That, you know, he's probably not very morally outstanding, but he still has some human qualities, you know, and that some of that kind of cordiality was not just a way to get them to trust him, but there was at least some amount of authenticity there.
Yeah, maybe.
And the things, but still, you know, they're going to take away one when it comes to push and shove, and that's their intention.
And also now we sort of know, because now we know how bad they are, having watched the entire arc of season 2. Remember when they were walking through, what's his name again?
Randall.
Remember Randall was saying right before he was popped by Shane, oh, you're these guys are crazy, and badass crap that goes down, blah, 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 and then of course, yeah, shut back.
We never get to see. I mean, yeah. And then he also mentioned that later on in episodes we haven't watched it that there was a rape or something. So you know that at least some people in the group are horrible people.
Oh, yeah.
But there's still, we don't really get to see them that much, you know. I mean, my suspicion is the writers intended on them just being a bunch of like crazy evil vagabonds or something. But it could just as easily be that a bunch of them are, but there's also women, children, and innocents who are just kind of belong together. I don't know. I mean, I like that better. I don't know what my point is, but the scene I love that it shifted so well from friendly, nice to like a major confrontation and aggression and death.
Right. And you tell the rest of the time. I mean, with Dave saying, I hate Disney cornflakes, and describing really how bad everything is, and you know, he grabbed one pipe from the next. It was
well written. Riley wrote it.
I like it.
I like it. Also, it was, I want to see more writing on The Walking Dead where people aren't saying exactly what they think and feel.
Right.
Because A, it's more interesting in their subtext, and B, that's kind of how people talk in real life anyway.
Right.
You know, I went through writing school. You know, my major was writing, and the worst writers always just the characters just said exactly what's on their mind,
Right.
and that's just not realistic.
And you know, you sparingly has effect.
Yeah,
But, you know,
that's right.
this early on, the first couple episodes of this last set of episodes, 2 Covered Secrets, there were a lot of the here's how I feel about this, here's how I feel about this, I feel differently about that. Yeah, a lot of
that's
that.
what makes it feel like soap opera. You do that on soaps all the time, and everybody knows exactly what everybody else's motivations are and stuff. One thing I noticed that I didn't notice the first time I saw it is, you know, Tony, I think it's Tony, I'll say Dave, Dave's thinking around that he wants to know where they hold up, like on a farm or whatever, because he wants to go there. And Rick is resisting, and he says, you know, I don't know you people, implying that he can't trust them enough to tell them. And then Tony, instead of doing what a reasonable person might do and say, well, you know, maybe you could get to know us, or is there something I could do, you know, like you can become people, or whatever. He says something like, basically, you know, hey, we've all had to do terrible things in zombie apocalypse. We're saying, so take us to your farm. Like, how that convince me? You know, like, a horrible person, I'm sure you are. So take us to your farm.
So people like awful things.
Yeah, that was really so I
Let's
guess
grab all this here and let's go.
yeah, like, that's a good point. You probably read something, right?
Right. Let's go. You're right. You're all good.
And then Dave, it was pretty dumb of him to put his gun down on the bar. He was just going to go for it when Rick had his hand on his own gun holster.
Well, maybe okay. So that fat Tony,
Tony, yeah.
or Skinny Tony, whatever they call him. And I'm mixing
Just
up
call him Tony.
I'm mixing up with Skinny Pete.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, let's just go on the dude who on the bar room floor. That guy, he knew had his gun trained on Rick.
Yeah.
So maybe he felt pretty safe with his buddy with the gun right behind Rick.
He was wrong.
He was absolutely wrong.
Yeah, and I wonder if we'll ever get to know more about Tony and Dave's group, because I don't think
We
they're
had
the governor's group.
the opportunity to learn a lot about him.
We did?
Yes, Randall. He was at the farm for it. You know how many weeks before he's blown off and he prepared himself? Naturally.
Yeah.
He was definitely like, 10 days to learn a lot of great things about
Yeah.
except chain up the barn.
And torturing and useful.
Right. We had the opportunity. But that was so I talked to you about my second favorite.
Sure.
His second favorite scene of this rewatch was barn scene. Yeah, the final showdown of the barn. I was shocked. It was really fun. I mean, I was shocked again, but the first time was even though I knew there were zombies in there, still just
You didn't know Sophia was in there, right?
No, no, I didn't.
I didn't. It just totally fundamentally changed my perception, I think, because my reaction to that was like, I think this is a good scene, but I feel like they spent 7 episodes on the search for Sophia, and here she was in the barn the whole time. What a waste of 7 episodes, 6 should have been 3. But I think a lot of people, because they didn't know for sure that she was in there, it just hit so hard that like that was such an emotionally like powerful moment, and it felt like a payoff. To me, it was like, there she is.
Oh, no, for me it totally hit home, and I was
It's still
sad.
good. Yeah, very sad.
I was sad that you know, Rick steps up and he's the one who kills her.
Generally, I mean, after all Shane's Lester, I really felt like he would have popped her. I don't think he would have back down.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that Rick did that because he needed to step up and start
Close her.
leading. Yeah, it's
He
his fault.
needed to be
Yeah, it was his fault. Okay, so I want to list. I think this is all our most of the zombie scenes in this group of episodes.
Yeah.
That we pick our favorite.
Ooh, nice.
So one is the Daryl shoe chomping zombie and his buddy.
Yeah, who Merle turned into.
Yeah, I
great.
love that. Glenn and Maggie in the pharmacy when he's the one on the shelf.
Oh, that's good.
Jane and Andrea have their zombie showdown in suburbia.
Yeah.
The Wrangler scene where they're wrangling zombies.
Not particular.
There's the whole barn killing Sophia one. That's my favorite. Then there's Lori in the car.
Oh yeah, hitting guy.
She sticks him with
yeah,
pulls out the turn signal, sticks in the eye.
Right.
He's pushing Stacy glass, remember?
That's my
Then she
favorite.
gets out and there's one just kind of sneaking up behind her and she almost doesn't see it. And then there's when they get confronted at the bar, there's zombies outside converging and eating some dude, and then when Randall falls on the spike, they're all converging.
right.
I have all this. Which one's your favorite?
Clearly, the Lori bringing out the turn
Me too.
signal.
That's my favorite too. Well, but how could the Sophia scene is your favorite scene, but this is your favorite zombie scene?
This is my favorite zombie kill. Completely different than one of my favorite scenes, which is the whole arc of the barn.
Yeah, this is your zombie awesomeness. It's
It's very
I
zombie.
love that. Scary and
I like people use weapons and you know, right now we could, for instance, take the microphones and remove the fuzzy pads. And yeah, exactly.
Or Lori could fight Glenn, and she could have a turn signal on the shelf. It would have been. It's a close fight.
It is.
Chicago, I liked more this time. That first episode we watched.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I thought the pacing was like everybody had something to do, and they were kind of different. Like Glenn and Maggie, I mean, all their scenes I've liked, and they're consistently good. And this is the one where he says he has 11 condoms, and she says that's I see 11 in the place of my life.
Right, 11 times. Yeah. I like their little dynamic, pretty cute. And I like Daryl going kind of crazy down the river.
Yeah, I mean, I still have all the same complaints about Daryl being too cool for school. He don't like caricature, but I have to admit, I just enjoyed watching that whole sequence of him falling off the horse and sticking stuff there. Even though he then neatly pulls off each sleeve to expose his busted bare arms, and Rambo style makes a turn for himself.
Yeah,
It's so freaking bad. But it still was great to watch, and I'm not so sure how I feel about people hallucinating like full-blown characters they have conversations with, because that doesn't really happen in real life. I'm really having rooms. But
Or you're on the boss.
yeah, but still, it works because I like the beginning of the brother, and I love where his brother yells down and the next thing you know, zombie jumping on his feet.
Yeah.
And then the way he kills them is really cool.
Yes, completely agree with all that. Oh wait, how great was the intro? If you recall, Shane, it was a little flashback, and Shane, Lori, and Carl were on the road to Atlanta, and then they see the bombing of Atlanta.
Awesome.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I love that because anytime you see a major metropolitan area in the US carbon bomb, it's like, oh my god, terrifying. The only thing that's away from that is they've shown scenes in the 94 nothing was bombed.
Yeah,
You have to kind of excuse it.
Yeah, right.
But it was good. And I like seeing Ed again, even though he's the
Right.
girl's husband.
Right.
And I felt like, oh, too bad. Nazara said he doesn't like that, so you know, obviously we'll do many more of those. But I like I also like when somebody was talking about their former Rick and Shane were talking about the high school girls that Shane bagged.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know, it's like kind of offensive, but it's like real time talk.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to me. It's interesting to hear about their lives before this, to give you a sense of, oh yeah, there were people.
And they've been friends for a long time.
And then it was interesting that Shane said, no, you can't think about that stuff anymore. It's a different world. And then a couple episodes later, Lori's saying memories are all I have to keep going. So it's like these two different perspectives.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, trying to put the crazy
strategies.
Yep. And I also like the uncomfortable dinner. For Glenn.
Another good moment.
Is it pretty hard? Oh, it is the fine guitar player. I have a little note to myself that I don't remember last time, but it says, I know self-defense is popular in the post-zombie post.
I think in one of the previews, Beth is singing, and I'm not sure if she's playing guitar. I think she might be. I know Emily Kinney, the actress, she's a folk singer, or she's a singer, she has an album out, and so I think they're using some of her skills
So
on the show.
Herschel says that, oh, it's a fine guitar player, completely ignoring Beth's talent.
Either that or I'm not, she was just singing. But she just said, well, you play sing. Glenn actually singing, he actually played guitar. Yeah, but he had a fake being bad at it.
Yeah,
So, but even though I was hoping that watching all these back to back would make it a little better about so many Sophia episodes, it did a little bit, not enough. It still felt like they spent too much time on it.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time with that little girl.
Yeah, and you know, it's like this, it felt like there's a story element. Like, why did they stay on the farm for a long time? We have a small budget this year. We need to be on the farm the whole season. I'm looking for the whole season.
Yeah, right, right.
And for Glenn Azar say for season 3, there's packing a lot more story in, and I think that they probably took all the criticism of season 2 to heart, and so there's probably more plot developments in a shorter amount of time. I hope.
Yes, please. You like that.
And I think season 3, having a villain is going to just make it a fun, for show and a lot better.
Wait, listen to them.
Yeah, well, it's like 12 weeks. I'm just kidding. It's 3 weeks. What else?
You got that right the last podcast.
No.
By the way, speaking of Glenn, it was a very delicious episode.
Which one?
The first one, Glenn, all the whole, all those episodes of Glenn, it was great. I like the fact he's a bad liar.
Yes.
He's poker.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I love all the Glenn scenes. Yeah, when he's just being so awkward and giving up secrets, he just can't lie.
He tells, yeah, you're trying to buy my silence for fruit, and she's also dirty.
And even when he's like, he's making a stand for himself to Maggie, like, I did it because, I'd rather have Maggie in
Yes.
life. And it's a very strong place the strength is coming from, but he still is kind of awkward about it. He's saying something about me dropping in the well, and I felt like I was playing Portal. It's a good game. By the way, that was one of my top 5 games that I picked.
Really?
So, yeah, it's
Do you go into fake spaces and play Portal?
No, that totally makes sense. Because I said this when we talked about this last time, but in Portal you have a gun that shoots yellow and orange like circles onto flat surfaces, and it portals. And if you shoot yellow portal over here, I mean blue one. If you shoot blue one over here, orange one here, you have the orange one, you have the blue one. Right? So if you were really playing Portal, then you could have just shot a portal down the well and shot another one somewhere else and do it.
Right, you're right. It was nothing like that. Wow. Wow. You're giving people learning guidance, medicine, and a clue.
What about that whole so there's a controversy about her sending him to get morning after pills because morning after pills would not do anything to stop a pregnancy. They prevent it from being fertilized.
Right. Once you realize you can't take it away.
So people were complaining that Walking Dead is spreading misinformation that might cause people to think they can do that or whatever.
Right.
And the writer said that they implied that they did it on purpose. And I could see Lori maybe not knowing that, but
I should, I just have a very funny head. Off my headphones, everything on my
you
point
can link to it. What do you
Is there any way I can make it this point?
Sorry. So I just think that the writer messed up.
Yeah, or she just the thought was she just never read
I have a really bad thing to say. No, I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
But okay, so I was thinking about the whole abortion thing. I thought this the first time I maybe didn't think about it, but this is a highly charged issue. If you're the kind of person that believes abortion is okay, this would actually be a really good time to have one because first of all, you're carrying maybe your best friend's or your husband's best friend's baby.
There is that.
2, you're in the zombie apocalypse.
True. With a vet and a doctor.
So if you're going to have an abortion, this might be the time to have one. And Rick said, you think I would have babies that you don't even want, so he implied that he would support her.
Yeah.
She should have talked to him about it first, for sure.
Right, and run on the choice.
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
Or at least hold beforehand or something.
It's hard to know. I feel like the whole that arc of those episodes really picked up steam. And I think the last couple episodes were just I can't wait actually to watch the last.
Yeah,
episode. Yeah, that'd be fun.
I thought the first one, like I said, was fun pacing. Everybody had stuff to do with Daryl. That was good. But then Secrets just ground to a halt.
Yeah,
There was good parts in every one of the episodes.
Right.
It's ground to a halt. But yeah, you're right. Then it started to pick up after that.
Oh, one thing I want to comment on is cinematography, especially for Michelle already, Michelle McLaren from Breaking Bad. It was, I believe, the cinematographer for Michelle Already. And I saw it. Oh, thank you, director. And I saw it. And I was like, wow, this is unbelievable visually. It was also eye-candy. And then later I found out that makes sense because Breaking Bad is one of my favorite shows visually.
Yeah, we might not. Now that they're going to be in the prison, I'm sure it'll be great cinematography, but it won't be beautiful necessarily.
Yeah, I think we talked about that too. But that's okay. That's right. The story is there, and except for that's perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for the scene. When they go to the pharmacy and they get what they want basically, and then Herschel goes to the bar and he gets alcohol, and it just I have this for some reason this idea that in the zombie apocalypse every place would immediately be totally looted.
Yeah, right.
Because even like when something like King that people go out and loot, I just have a feeling that people can so much that they just go hoard everything.
Right.
Wouldn't anything left.
Wait, did you go through the 1999 earthquake in San Francisco?
I was in the theater working at the time, and the second earthquake hit, I started gobbling down all the unions.
You did not.
I grabbed a big box of those unions and ran out the street.
I was in class. I was in class, and then I came down to my little house in Santa Cruz that shared with a roommate, and we were thinking, okay, we need because everything in our kitchen pretty much been destroyed. Our little house had been ripped. It was unbelievable. And so we went to this little market that's right on the corner of Santa Cruz, and they were charging ridiculous prices for.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think we got some very like we decided.
Just amped up the prices.
They just jacked the prices, and I think we decided to do like a 6-pack because that's where our college students' minds went.
Oh, you were in Santa Cruz. That was like really destroyed right downtown.
Yes, there's a lot of people downtown, and yeah, it was pretty crazy. And we had a lot of days, and yeah, it was nuts. And we said beer.
I wonder if somebody already can know that from the pharmacy.
Hey, you did painkillers in the box.
That's for sure. There's a lot of gun work, gun training, and everything.
Yeah.
Which when I first saw this, I hadn't had any gun class, and I realized that how they like start racking slide.
Yeah.
That's actually much harder than it looks. Maybe when I used to it, I'm like struggling.
I didn't even click that.
That's what you get right. You have to press a little thing and do it just so, and it's tough.
What did you use?
A block.
Oh, you used a block. Oh, cool.
It was fun.
Yeah. Did you hear that fresh air goes about the history of the block?
I listened to it today. No,
Totally geeked out for it.
I didn't.
It's great. It's really great. Get it from my I think. But yeah, fresh air goes the whole interview with the guy that wrote about history of the block. Super cool.
She and Andrea getting on. I found that to be really nasty.
Yeah.
Like not pleasant. Do you think that's what writers intended? First I go, ugh.
Yeah, there's nothing cool about it at all.
It's weird because you think like Andrea, she's being empowered and she's standing up for something. She feels alive and passionate, and she has this passionate encounter. And you think if done in a certain way, that might be kind of like I don't know, but I don't know why. But it's like gross. Maybe because I don't like her at this point in the series, and I don't like him either.
Right. Or it could be that for instance, when Glenn and Maggie were in the pharmacy and they got on the pharmacy floor. No, it's I was thinking that's just it's so comfortable. Be yucky because they don't like people walking through that.
Yeah, I mean it's dirty.
Zombies probably been like
dirt, actual dirt, dirty. But the emotional component of it, right? But the emotional, I don't know. It made me feel warm inside. Like this one with Andrea and Shane made me feel like I wanted to roll out or something.
Yeah.
I noticed speaking of Shane that that there's the tension between Dale and Shane is a big part of this series of episodes. What I didn't remember is it's pretty minor. The tension is there, but they're still friendly up until Shane and Andrea come back from their tryst, and Dale can sense that something happened. He sees they both have these like looks on their face like Canary, and he's questioning what's going on, and she just smiles and puts him off or something. So he knows that something happened. And it's right then that he goes to Shane and starts laying out all the accusations and everything about what that person Shane is. Not for Andrea, but for all the other reasons.
Right.
That triggers it,
Yeah.
And then that's when Shane threatens Dale's life. So it's from that moment on that the tension is really.
Oh, those are.
I know. And then she treats him like a guard, right?
Yeah.
Like in the trailer when she's acting all like you watch me all the time.
Oh, it was heartbreaking. Yeah, he's like, I care about you. And oh, it's so sweet. Yeah.
What else? Shane's his repeated attempts to get Lori to think that Rick sucks says that they wouldn't have been attacked at the camp outside Atlanta if Rick hadn't left to get Merle.
Yeah.
And that it was all him.
Right.
I don't get that. That's just stupid. Like they would have been attacked anyway.
Right.
So why would they not have been attacked?
They would have attacked anyway. He would have been another gun there.
Who would have been
Rick would have been another person.
But he came back with all the guns that they just got from Atlanta. So not only would have been attacked, they might have died.
Sure. Remember he was watching Carol's wounds and talking to her. And she just found out this is the last one in Nebraska. She just found out that Sophia's dead now. She's a zombie. And all he did was talk to himself. Like, really?
And kill Lewis.
And kill Lewis.
And yeah, watching these episodes, I was interested to see. I figured, but I was interested to see if I have the same view about Shane, and his actions and everything. And it's just clear that he cares most about Lori and Carl, so he will kill other people to protect them. So if you're there and you don't, he doesn't care about you, then you're
Right.
And I don't think that's the best way to be in life. You know?
I agree.
I think if you are the kind of person that watches out for other people, then you'll end up and meet other people like that, and you'll help each other. You need to live together or die alone.
I think Jack.
So I fully just got rooted in my opinion that Shane is fucked up.
He's making it worse.
But I totally appreciated John Bernthal's portrayal of Shane. I think he did a great job. And yeah, and I've said this many times, but without him, season 2 would just it would have just been boring as hell.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Yeah, all that.
Couldn't agree more.
I love when I think this is the very last episode that we watched, but Herschel just tells him off. He's like, "It's my farm, and I wanted you out here. Rick convinced me to let you stay, so better shut up." That was good.
Put Lori flipping her over on leaves.
Yeah, I mean,
Or the nitty. That was nitty.
yeah, and there's a lot of they make fun around that on the net. They have little tutorials and stuff. But I don't know. I could see if you're not familiar with the area, maybe you look at a map, you're not used to people walking down the road.
Shuffling slowly down the road.
I mean, if you watch it,
Straight
you look at the map, it takes them like 2 seconds to get out there. You look at the map longer than that. I don't know. It's definitely a reminder not to text and drive.
Let me have the Lori be less you all.
Yeah, and that's Wonder Woman. I liked the relationship between Carol and Daryl.
Yeah.
I like that they have this weird intimacy that's not romantic or sexual.
Yet.
Not yet. It could grow into it, but it's not yet.
No.
Yeah. But it's still.
He looks like he has a back.
Like, it's not clear to me that even she wants him that way.
Right. He is in fact wearing earmuffs.
But she cares about him, obviously, and wants to be close with him. Wants to be at least a good close friend. And Yeah, it's just interesting, and it seems like she's used to being abused. So when he gets abusive, it's almost she can absorb it.
Right.
It's almost like maybe it's familiar,
Yeah, yeah.
which is good. But anyways, when she I loved how when Sophia came out of the barn and everything in the next episode, she says that's not my Sophia, and we were talking about her being very that's not my Sophia. She seemed almost relieved, but she's saying how Sophia didn't actually cry herself to sleep several nights and she was hungry.
Right. Only after she came out, then she was very, very hungry.
That's true. That's not Sophia. But it was depressing too.
Yes.
Well, there's a couple comments about how skinny Lori is. Daryl calls her all the way.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
And one says, "You're skinny." She is so skinny.
She's a very
Worried
skinny
about her.
actress.
And then her and Andrew both have their shirts off.
Whoa.
They need to go to a roof or something. In the very last episode, we watched Triggerfinger. Randall falls off the roof and gets spiked.
Right, skewered.
Yeah, and I read that one of the writers was surprised when they saw how big that spike was, and I'm sure the surprise was at least sort of like, oh wow, we got him walking pretty much in the next episode, guys. And you like, impaled him
It's
practically.
the healing magic of her arm.
But it makes me wish that the writers could be a little more closely entwined with the production crew, because sometimes stuff like that. And that's kind of stuff happened in Lost occasionally, where like one time there was a map they found and it said Hatch on it, an ornament map.
Yeah.
And the writers never actually intended for those things to officially be called hatches. The hatch is like where they open,
Right,
know,
right.
And I guess the production crew isn't so used to the character referring to it, they just wrote it right on there.
Right,
Stuff like
right.
that. There's something like Andrea tells Dale that Shane's done more to keep her alive than anyone, and she fails to remember or mention that Dale actually saved her life.
Yes.
She's never going to see that. So ridiculous. And then finally, what about the whole thing at the end with Lori whispering into Rick's ear, like Lady Macbeth? She's telling him that Shane's dangerous, right? And later on, after Rick kills Shane and he tells Lori she doesn't have to
Yeah.
I was thinking,
Wait a
well,
second.
maybe when she said that, she didn't really mean for Rick to kill him. She just wanted to warn him to watch out for Shane, right?
And-
But what she says is, you kill Lily to protect what's yours. And Rick says, that's right. And then she says, Shane thinks I'm his. He thinks Lady is his. And he says, you can't protect us. She's pretty much telling him to kill Shane.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't understand what they're going for there. Is it crazy or?
They had there's a couple moments, and we'll talk about this next time because there are some of the Lori moments that I just can't stand on, where she's talking about what her place is and what Andrew's place should be in the group. And I'm thinking, what are you really trying to rub me against the people out?
Yeah, look at that. Overall, I enjoyed watching these more than I did the first few.
Yeah, I agree.
Before,
I agree.
and there's some really, really good moments for sure. Still uneven, but
Buildings and the last few, 3 are going to be
four
are going to be really
awesome.
good. Yeah.
A couple of listeners basically said, I love the dinner scene, which you like. With
Yeah.
the end scene between Andrea and Dale on the steps, as much as they did the first time. Do you remember which time about there?
Oh, no.
And she says, still love the creepy ending too. Oh, that's what Lori, yeah, that's she's talking about Lori whispering in the Rick's ear. That's pretty good. She says that egg on Glenn's head was still totally unnecessary.
Yes, I agree,
know,
Maggie.
you guys just don't like Maggie.
I don't like her being Glenn. But then she
Maggie
went
is
on.
best. Our favorite
You know, secrets are bad. Yeah, Maggie. You're not getting a whole barnful of zombies.
That's true. Jake says, Rick playing those two dudes at the end of Nebraska was pure badass at its finest. I agree, man. The best. He says,
Yeah.
oh, and watching Shane lose his effing mind outside that barn never gets old. That's true. And then Tom says, seeing the tension mount up between Shane and Rick was a lot easier to identify with without having to wait in between episodes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he needs to identify with.
Well, it's easier to take week after week.
But he says it's easier to identify with. So he identifies with the struggle between right and wrong.
It's right back on it.
All right, that's it. Take a break. There's more to come to us.
Walk like zombie, you talk like zombie. It's not in your head or living that. Bad gonna do, gonna make it back. You make me want to back. Bad gonna do, gonna make it back.
We're back time for this round.
And we have one.
These, by the way, are edited for time. These emails.
So this is from Paul. Paul says, hi. Paul. Wait.
Hi, Paul.
Oh, you never. Okay, just kidding. Paul says, hi. Just listening to the latest episode podcast. At one point, you two talked about how Rick loves Sophia alone while being chased by two police, and later when Arms of Run, Rick has Carl take his side. I thought this was a true colors in the sense that although he's taken on burden of looking after this group of people, ultimately only cares for his immediate family. Sure, we didn't want Sophia to die, but he would gladly offer up if it meant that Carl would be saved. That's from Paul E.
No, I agree with that. I don't think he wanted. He felt so bad about Sophia dying. He was so when he pulled her away there, you could tell that he thought that was the best thing. It wasn't because he was trying to give her up or something.
Yeah, I agree. Although, yeah, family too.
I mean, sure, but he's saying that this shows that
He
Rick
didn't
was
care
better than anybody else, and he wanted to save her. And I mean, my point was just that he tried this tactic and then realized that it didn't work out. So next time, I mean, it could have been forget Carl, and hopefully he would still say, just save her. Okay.
Yeah, right.
He'd do it. Just his own kid. He'd do everything that would work to save everybody else. He's allowed.
And how about Carl?
I mean, also he always leaves too. Like he left to go get Merle and left Lori and Carl unprotected. He leaves to go get Herschel in the bar and leaves Lori and Carl unprotected. So
Still like Carl and yeah, okay.
This is Michelle. I'm listening to your first season 3 watch episode that just came out. What piqued my attention was Jason's observation that Norman Reedus wanting his Daryl Dixon character to be badass, so that he doesn't come off with genuine human flaws that aren't either James Dean angsty or Clint Eastwood bad wish. And there was not really flaws at all, but character devices to seem well like badass. The main Jason on this one, maybe it's average in my part as well. Dale's character more seems to be a Mary Sue type of character that Norman Reedus, Robert Kirkman, or Glenn's are, or maybe a combination of the 3 are using conflict or egos make themselves look good, if even in their minds. It's a Mary Sue character.
I don't know, Mary Sue.
But I'm not trying to knock on Dale's creators and for all really nice people in real life. There's something about Dale's character that doesn't quite strike me as both of you were shown in your comics. Reedus has fought the writers tooth and nail successfully as it seems so far for his character not to have a romantic relationship with Carol. The notion with which shows writers tease the viewers constantly. William, not a Daryl Carol shipper, but as a woman in her early 40s. I find it somewhat offensive that Reedus is so adamant about not wanting his character to have a relationship with a cougar on the show. Even if he doesn't admit it in interviews, there's still smacks of skinny bias against just not wanting his big beautiful badass character to be caught in film kissing 40-something short identity. Must we perpetuate the stereotype of older women in film and TV not being deserving of getting any to ages? Reedus is no spring chicken himself, and it just seems to be a double standard that sloppy older men are still entitled to get theirs, while women like Melissa McBride were attracted, don't fit the Megan Fox mold, are less difficult. Again, making too many assumptions about what Reedus the actor thinks or feels towards his character development, his attitude toward women, and his perception of Dale's relationship with other characters on the show. But it sure smacks of female discrimination to me. Somehow I see that Reedus would be bullying writers so fiercely that Daryl would play by sight, and Stone, before she makes it to be a mom. But anyway, I've never heard any instance on a TV show where the actor has a huge role in Coffee's character. Walking Dead show creators simply like that Daryl gets some fan love, and it's super popular as a result. I hope that Daryl doesn't turn into a caricature of himself as the show progresses and other characters grow and develop without him. So what do you think about that?
I think she's right. She's making assumptions about what Reedus the actor thinks or feels towards his character development, his attitude toward women, his perception of relationship. Yeah, I kind of feel like we don't know. So we can't
totally.
judge.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
I'm glad it's kind of nice that there's buzz on the show. Having to pass. Maybe that's more realistic because she is a newly widowed lady. By newly, I mean like it's a week or two before her she like clobbered her husband, and as for him, he's sort of like a guy from a completely different background. It seems so. I don't know, it doesn't seem like a natural fit. But whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't to me either. I think it's realistic the way it's portrayed. And I think that if they did it together, it would actually be kind of interesting because they are kind of mismatched. It seems like, but they have to do it well, and I think it works whether they do it better or not.
Yeah.
Although I wondered that too. I wondered if Norman Reedus didn't want it because of that, but we have no way of knowing.
Well, he does say.
But this is what I found from Norman Reedus.
I fought against having Carol and Daryl hook up because there's already too many of us doing it on the show. It's more interesting to see two people gravitating to each other, needing each other's friendship. But I got admit it would be circle Daryl on a bunch of deodorant before he goes in first kiss. Yeah, see, I mean, he's
not saying, well, he wouldn't say that. He's not saying, oh, she's not pretty enough for Daryl.
Yeah.
But he might think that. You don't know, but there's no way we can know that.
No, there's no way we can know that. This next
And he's got a point.
Yeah, that's right.
But it is interesting that he's fighting against it.
This next one's from Jim. He says, I agree that Daryl evolved too quickly from being out of control some of Reedus' redneck first season to her woman Superman second season. I can believe that he would change over time from being in his group, but really haven't. Oh, right. Sorry. Wait.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. That's exactly what I was saying. Last time.
Yeah. And this next one.
Sorry. You don't agree with that, right?
No, actually, I suppose in Walking Dead time, that's a pretty quick transition. You go by the short timeline of it. It's the wait.
But it's even. I mean, we really didn't know much in the first season, right?
And really, I mean, that might have been because he was still by association.
Yes, I think that I was a big deal. In fact, after our last episode, when I was saying she was more of a redneck, I felt like, oh, what am I saying? Like, am I being prejudiced? You know, am I wishing that he was a stereotype? I don't want that. I just don't want to be the other kind of stereotype of having Fonzie right in the middle of The Walking Dead.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily need to be a stereotypical redneck racist.
Just because it's what it is. Doesn't mean he needs to be. Right, this comes from me. Anyway, Jim. It's right. He says, I want to mention my husband hated Zone 1. I know a ton of people are recommending it too, but he said it was the worst book he's ever read, and he loves reading nonfiction. He said you should have read Day by Day, Armageddon by J.L. Bourne if you want a great zombie book. Oh, and he has explained that.
No, okay. We cannot explain how I'm fully prepared to explain how that, but not until I have to.
All right, it was prison. Are you happy?
Next from Daniel. As Jason noted many times later in the comments, zombies are almost not an issue, and there are times when the readers won't see a single zombie from multiple issues in a row. I believe the show's heading in the same direction. I feel like the upcoming conflict with the governor Woodbury is the first part of that transition. My only problem with this thinking is that I think a large chunk of the viewers will disapprove. We already hear enough groaning from some fans that there aren't enough zombies. Do you think the show wants to follow the direction of the comic in terms of zombies, or do you think the show knows that a good portion of the show's audience wants the show to focus heavily on zombies and they'll continue to showcase them? My suspicion is there will be more zombies than this season, but there will still be a lot of human to human conflict, and hopefully it's good enough. There'll be less complaints. I think even if it's really good, there'll still be people complaining, but I really think it's plausible to have just wall-to-wall zombie action for the full hour because A, we get tired of it, and B, but it isn't there for that.
Right.
So I think we've done really well where there's more zombies in this season, but there's still a lot of other stuff going on too.
One thing that I heard I'm kind of excited about is that the zombies are going to be changing because as time goes on, the zombies are getting hungrier and start getting more and more. So I think for next season, the zombies that we do see are going to be a little different than the zombies that we have seen. So I think that's
and some of the ones in the previous look really cool.
You think?
I mean, I really think that watching all these episodes of season 2, where it shows the strongest thing about is when zombies are on screen.
Yeah.
Almost every zombie scene just works really well.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think what zombie scenes don't work well. And I guess the one that came to mind that worked least well was the well zombie, even though it was an awesome zombie, just because why would they want to play either when it's obviously already contaminating water. I'm not talking about how it looked, I'm just talking about everything else about the scene.
Right.
It still is a fun scene, but and it's fine. But every other zombie scene I think is just great. You know, like there's very little to complain about.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
It's exciting, they look great and it staged well.
Right.
He goes on. Yes. On another note, knowing how much 2 you love a good scare, I thought I'd suggest 2 video games to you guys. Slender and Amnesia: Dark Descent, both first-person games where there are no weapons and thus no way to fight monsters after you. The only thing you do when you encounter these monsters is run like hell. This one vulnerability you find the lighting or lack thereof and sounds really help to create a scary, intense atmosphere. And that's all the stuff. But yeah, these Slender I guess is a free game and Amnesia like Amnesia I actually mentioned a few episodes ago and I played some of it and it's amazing scary. It's
Really?
crazy. I want to show it to you.
I wanna see it.
I can't play it. I need someone to sit down.
This next email from Kevin. He said, I went to AMC and watched trailer for season 3 and it's mind-blowing. I can't come up with words, phrases, and sentences to describe how great it was, especially being the biggest fan of the comic show and genre. It's repulsively beautiful. I never thought I would ever really show as much as Lost again. I'm like you, after a really good show comes to an end, there's lots to know. My second favorite show of all time. I get so excited thinking about compare. The Walking Dead, no one compares with Blows Out of Water. Justin Kirkman is already heard. They should run for office. Perfect. Awesome. Oh, you director. I took last week completely catching up all. So everybody podcast. Good Lord, 2072. 2 minutes. Aw, Kevin, so sweet. And Kevin gave us a haiku. He goes, I watched the trailer. Goosebumps trail next time. Herschel will die first. Thanks a lot. Walker beat.
That's our first haiku entry into our Who Will Die First contest.
I don't care less. That's so sweet, Kevin. You're my new best friend. My new virtual best friend.
And finally, got a tweet from Mr. Blog. He says, sorry, Jason, according to your recent I can review my left-wing agenda cost listener. So I got an angry review saying that we're too left-wing and we lost a listener.
Yeah, and I felt genuinely bad about that. And we actually lost a listener, so clearly my apologies. Not reaching not listener. So sorry, there's anybody else who I offended when I was going on about zombie starting and then about national convention. I apologize, and I just say that. And I wanted to say that there's been lots of great Republicans in history, including Abraham Lincoln and Teddy Roosevelt, and Steve McConnell and Mike Epps, and Mike Epps.
So Mr. Blog was going to give that.
Yeah, he sure was, and I felt.
It shouldn't be such a Nazi then.
No, he's funny. He's funny. No,
Don't say the extreme left wing is like Nazis. Yeah, I do.
except he's nowhere like that.
No, of course, I mean, okay, so Mr. Blog, maybe I think he does some political blogging, but yeah, I don't care if his entire blog was completely political. When he came on the show, I don't remember talking about politics. Yeah.
He's a
So
public guy.
anybody who says, oh, you had someone who elsewhere talks about politics in a way I don't like, so even though they didn't talk about politics on your show, I'm subscribing, then you're
No, that's
ridiculous.
exactly.
I don't even want to talk about this. I want to let Mr. Blog know that. Don't forget to
Don't feel guilty. We love you, and not only love you, we love your entire family, and blog. And if anybody wants to read some awesome reviews of movies, books,
yeah, it's like Blog like
cool stuff.
majority is like book reviews, movies.
Yes, yes, and he's a really, really good writer. He's smart, he's funny, and it's enjoy reading. So, yeah, we like his blog.
And I want to say that I usually don't answer to negative reviews because we know a lot of them. I don't know put a lot of but this is kind of the point that we're talking about. Like, you know, Karen and I don't know if you noticed, but we do go a little to the left or a bit left. But I really try for the most part to leave that.
You're really good about it. I sneak it in because
occasionally. But I mean, one thing I really like about doing this podcast is our listeners obviously come from all stripes.
Yeah.
We have from the military and from all over the world, and I can tell there's different political events, especially when things like the Shane argument came up or Randall. There's just people who think a lot differently, and it makes me feel good that we can all like come together over this thing that we like and just kind of either celebrate our differences or ignore them.
Right,
You know, enough of that right now.
yes.
We've gotten how to hang out with people that we don't totally agree with. And one thing that reminds me of that is I have this one friend who is we know each other since like 6th grade, and now he's politically like almost the opposite of me, but we just don't talk about it a lot. And so we have this strong friendship. We're good friends, but because the country's so divided right now, it's hard to make new friends when you know that you're politically opposed. So right, and it's hard. So I'm proud that we have this podcast where that's not the main
And
focus.
we're going to try to apologize. I'm going to be more fair and try not to go for silly two comments like that. And I love you all.
I personally, I mean, I feel like if you like, I don't know, I guess you're right, but a few little like genuine expressions like that are okay with me.
Well, I'm going to for all the comments right now. You all be fast.
Tell me
Yes, that's right. Okay, it has been a quiet week in Lake Zombion, but I have a feeling things are going to get more exciting in my second favorite city of all time, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You know, I was in my love Pittsburgh a little bit far because they're coming up on Saturday, October 13th, 2012 is World Zombie Day, and that's for everybody, by the way. So check your locals. There's going to be some zombie festivities happening in your neighborhoods. This one is Zombie Fest Pittsburgh, which is probably like Granddaddy Ball zombie festivals, and it's going to be so great. It's admission is free if you are dressed up as a zombie. You gotta love that. There's going to be live bands, contests, including zombie Olympics, brainy contests, ugly pageants, and the best scream contest. Isn't that cool? And you can zombie motorcycle run, which is great. I see just zombies motorcycle run, right?
The best scream one sounds the best to me.
I think ugly pageant.
Combine those.
I love it. So
Ugly
great.
screamer.
And brainy contest, like gel mold brains.
Jason Taylor published this great video from Wired about the recipe for brains.
Yeah. Did you look at it? And
Well, it's got like chemicals that I'm not sure are easy to get. But you can see them zombies sitting there patiently eating their brains.
when you ate, when you were zombie, you ate a little something, right?
No, I mean there was a dummy Patricia that you don't know.
Yeah. So let me ask you. Speaking of, we're getting towards that season where Halloween's coming on, and I think you mentioned this maybe a little earlier, but I did see an article that is predicting what the top 10 hot costumes are going to be for this holiday season. What do you think? Name a costume theme that is going to be represented in the top 10 hot costumes.
Avengers.
Yes, very good. What else? Ding, 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 ding.
Let's see.
I have one that is unbelievably certain.
Nudist.
Close. 50 Shades of Grey.
I don't know the story. I know it's a cheesy erotica, right?
You know the story then. Yeah.
Is it Supernatural?
No.
No, 'cause they have
No,
like-
actually, I say no. Like, no, but you know what? It was actually fan fiction based on Twilight. So
Yeah.
original characters were
Vampires.
Well, he was. Yeah.
He's not?
No, because then she published it, and I think did get permission. So she probably went through and searched and changed the names from whatever stupid name it was before to Christian Grey.
But then she make them not vampires anymore?
Yeah. He's an investment banker.
So that's just the one.
Yes, he's a dude who likes to like stinky sex.
Instead of a vampires banker.
Yes, no worries. And a couple of ones that might be interesting if you want to dress up your type. And you know, wait, who thinks that Christian Grey is going to be perfect for kids?
It's for kids?
Yes.
Oh,
Which is why I was like, are you kidding me? Okay, but Avengers, okay. Zombies, and that's why I'm
Okay, got it.
Power Rangers, kind of always in vogue. Monster High, which is like a billion. Hunger Games. You kind of see like Katniss.
And then kids running around trying to kill each other.
Awesome. Whole new
Whoever
standout.
lives gets all candy.
Oh, that's great. Angry Birds, maybe hilarious to have a
And
favorite
then kids throwing themselves at each other.
You're
Violence.
like really good at it.
Yeah.
Batman, because of Dark Knight. Adventure Time, which is a Cartoon Network show. And by the way, you're gonna have to use this whole cartoon billion.
Oh yeah,
thing.
not that way.
In the future, man.
When's he gonna get savvy enough to care whether he's watching C-SPAN or cartoons? He's there now.
And then this is, I thought, kind of adorable. 12 movies that make you root for the zombies. And it's in about 2 point font, so I'm reading lots of fun, folks. So what do you think? What's a movie where you care about the zombie? Do you guess one?
I don't know. When we were here about
British. Or at least the
Johnny
actor.
Depp,
No, Fido.
Oh yeah, of course.
Remember?
Yeah,
Zombie He was, of course, we know
Oh, right, yeah.
So great. And this one we haven't heard about before, so Colin, didn't you hear Colin?
Yeah, it's from the point of view of zombie.
Yeah, little zombie. Did you ever see the movie Zombies First?
Nope. I think Jenny Jameson did.
She is. She made Jenny Jameson to take out her undercover. It's clear that the zombies first have earned their revenge on their boss and some of their clientele. It's still pretty uncomfortable to watch.
See, when I think of zombies mixed together with strippers, I get the same feeling like when I watch the Chain Area sex scene.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
wrong.
Right. And then the next one is George Romero, Land of the Dead.
Oh yeah, totally.
George Romero grants his bold minded zombies such intelligence and they're becoming increasingly dissatisfied with human raids on zombie land. He's got a zombie protagonist, big daddy, and a villain human class that harms humans and zombies alike.
Because you know how George Romero zombie movies have social metaphor.
Yes.
That one was kind of a metaphor about how in the West we're very comfortable and we kind of ignore all the drama that's happening in other countries.
Yeah.
And so there's this island with this like tower where all these people are having soirees.
Yes,
and
right.
the zombies are approaching, they don't notice it, and you end up kind of not and then you were the zombies break your defenses.
Rich dumbasses. Wait, no, wait,
Oh.
I have my flag. Damn it. Okay, next one is Never Know. Day of the Dead. Land of the Dead certainly wasn't our first chance with zombies. Big Daddy has an ancestor in Day of the Dead Bub. Remember Bub?
Reed.
Yeah, there's Reed. So cute. I have a picture of him in the book, and it's really, really cute.
Yeah, I mean, most zombie movies you have a moment where you at least feel sorry for the zombies.
Yeah.
They're sad characters.
They used to be Mom. There's Mom. There's Daddy.
Or Mom's boyfriend.
Right. And recently, we just Paramount.
No, I want to.
I want to also. They say Paramount, since this movie is still dated, we don't want to give too much away about the plot, but bear in mind that these slightly cute challengers aren't the Jolly Ranger initially expect. After all, you become a zombie in Salem Town without a bit of backstory.
Yeah, no, cool. I want to see
You
that.
become a zombie in Salem Town without a bit of backstory. Interesting. Those are the most interesting. So that's the news from Gun. We're all in the dead. All the men are bad. All the children are brainy freaks.
Yeah, that's the show. I think I was a little lethargic today. I don't know why.
No, we had a cold thing.
That was episode 72. Thanks for listening, everybody. I want to remind you that we are on Stitcher for you Stitcher fans. We're also on GetBlue. I also have no idea what that is. We're on there. That's the idea. You can go on there, and if you're watching us, you go on there and say we're watching us. I have no idea why you want to.
By the way, I cannot wait until we have our live chat back.
Oh, yeah,
That
let's
is
start
so
that live chat.
great.
We've got one more episode of Rewatching to do. It's season 2, episode 10, 13, and then after that, the show starts up in October, and we'll do our live broadcast.
On the Monday following
Yeah.
every,
At what time?
I think it's 4:30 p.m. Western Pacific time, and then 7:30 Eastern.
Yeah, so if you go to walkingdeadcast.com/live on the Monday after the premiere at 4:30 Pacific, you can hear us live and just chat and we can talk to you.
It's so fun. I love it. I think it's so great. Everything comes on it is so brilliant.
Yeah, and then also we'll be doing the thing for Looking Forward to Season 3 next time.
We will, will we?
Is that
Yeah,
right?
no.
And then I will review Telltale Walking Dead game episode 3, which I still haven't played, but I'm next time.
Nice. Maybe I can come next time, and
Check it out.
yeah.
Sounds good. Anytime you like this message, you can call us at 650-485-DEAD. That's 650-485-3323.
You can email us at brainfuckingdeadcast.com.
You can check out our website and comments at walkingdeadcast.com.
We're also on Twitter at Jason Karen and Facebook.com/Thanks.
Somebody call us. We haven't got any calls. 2 episodes.
No.
All right, that's our show.
Oh my God. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to
Thanks,
channel.
guys.